Good morning, good afternoon in Liberia, good afternoon in Grange. I'm just waiting for a signal. I will be broadcasting on Top FM in Grange, and today is the first day, and we will not take too long. But I just want to let you know that the Independent Minds will also be broadcast in Grange County, and people in Maryland, River G will also be able to hear us. And this show is popular for independent minds, people who have independent minds. You can be a member of UP, you can be a member of CDC, you can be a member of ANC, you can be a member of any political party. But independent minds, whenever they come together, they come with all the good and they put the country first instead of party or just an individual. So we all know what is happening in Liberia today. There are a lot of things going on. And for your information, the Supreme Court sentence, quote unquote, Prophet Key, I think for 6 months. And there are a lot of mixed feelings. People are giving their own information concerning this situation. But let us be fair. Liberia, what's get over us? What getting over us? Or who are we? Is that how we were before? We also have respect for our older ones. We have respect for our relatives, our big brothers. Yes, we sometimes disagree with it. Even if we complain those days, we keep it to ourselves. But now, when you look on social media, you see people using words that make no sense. And even the ordinary citizens, government officials. I was on Facebook the other day. I saw a post by a deputy minister, I think deputy or assistant minister, one Kesselly, Anthony Kesselly, insulting a woman. You know, don't think because you are educated. Yes, some people are educated, but they still lack words. They lack of words. And whenever they lack of words, that's when they come in and do these things. And, that is when they do all these things. And that is not fair. That is not fair at all. And, I don't know what kind of country we are operating in. And some people think that the Supreme Court, some people say freedom of speech cover insults. Yes, you can insult someone. It's up to you. But defamation of character is another thing. And then he's a government. It's something that Liberians are tired. People insulting representatives coming up, insulting officials. There is no law say you cannot insult. Eh, it's covered under the freedom of speech. That's truth. Freedom of speech is what you say, but if you use the freedom of speech to create a chaos or to tarnish other people's name, the Supreme Court is the Supreme Court. You might not like the ruling, but abide by it. So what we have started, hope they will do it to other people. They will set the example because today is Prophet Key. Tomorrow, what's going to happen? We see ruling party members they were embracing Prophet Key actions, and so whether you wrong or right, the people of Liberia are tired with the insults. Be honest with you, they are tired. Yes, I would like to get your support, but you cannot continue to sit on social media and just use profanities that our children will just hear. Listen, and that is why some, when you check it, majority agree to the decision, but it means that the decision is right. I myself agree to the decision, and be honest with you, because uh, it's not the insult problem. Because I've listened to Prophet Key so many times that he said he has information about people, but this information can never come out. And sometimes these things catch up with you because he was on Spoon and he told them he has all the documents to prove that his chief justice is corrupt. So we only looking at one aspect of of the case. Yes, insults cover under the freedom of speech. That's the truth. But what about the defamation of character? It cover under freedom of speech? No. Again, he's a public official. We have this thing we usually say that citizens, you sometimes they prosecute you in the public court of opinion, which you do not show proof. And you know, saying now you can say that a government official is corrupt, but you can generalize it. But when I call on a particular officials and say, yes, this guy is corrupt, and I got all the information to prove that he's corrupt, the burden of proof is on me. But if I generalize the entire government or officials and say they are corrupt, I think it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Now he's he's in there, and some people are happy, some people are not happy, but the fact is the facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts is the facts. So we just have to to accept it. We have to accept it. The law is the law. They say that Prophet Key must go to court 6 months. Some people begging to reduce the sentence. Hey, the sentence is gone. The last time he was jailed by Andy, when she took him to court, and they went took him to court. And what happened? Okay, I am sorry. I'm trying to do something here. I'm waiting for the signal from Grand Jide. So, guys, today is the first day we'll be on Top FM in Grand Jide County, and that station will cover up. It will take us up to Maryland County, but we're not going to take too long. So, all I'm going to do, and you see, this is what Mr. Cummings have been saying to the Liberian people that um, we must respect one another. That is why I support Alex Cummings, because you will never see Alex Cummings associating himself. And sometimes we complain. When I say we, I put myself not generalizing it. That and Yeke Koluba supports Mr. Cummings, and sometimes Mr. Cummings stand with Yeke Koluba because the other people can Yeke Koluba can be talking the truth. Yes. Why should Mr. Cummings stand with Yeke Koluba when Yeke Koluba is using profanity on his colleagues or on government officials? There's so many ways we can make our case. Profanity, cursing. Let me put it this way: cursing, cursing kills everything. It destroys the information that you are giving to the people. Now, some people will say Liberians love bad things. True. If I come on Facebook now and start to insult, everybody will follow me because they want to know, they want to see who I'm cursing. So everybody will follow me. You know, guys, please hold on 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. I notice I'm only on YouTube. Okay. I'm only on YouTube right now. Noah, stop the noise. Okay, I'm sorry, and that this call was very important. And uh, so, guys, I'm live on YouTube. I forgot to send a destination to uh, Facebook, so I'm on YouTube right now. But today again, I will be on the Spoon. I'm sorry. On the Kia Radio tonight, I will be on by 10 to 12. And tomorrow, I will be on in the evening on the Spoon on the Kia Radio. What Spoon just come in my mouth? And then tomorrow again, I will be on the Grand G, the Top FM, which is today should have been the first day, but we had a little misunderstanding, misinformation when it came to the time. So come to the time we have misunderstanding. So I thought I was coming on 11 o'clock, and then they they were expecting me, but then I think they're having an issue with something trying to connect with me. So that is what we're working on. So today is just the first day, but today, this evening, by 6 o'clock, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By 5 o'clock, I will be on, and which will be 10 o'clock in Liberia. So you can follow me, the Independent Mind. It's a show program that I've just started, and this program will take a long. We're going to go all the way. It will take us into the election. Yeah, it will take us into the election. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, guys. This I really wanted to play the. Okay, so let's just watch this while I try to do something. Please give me. Today's the first day. The problem is from, not from me. It's from.
Alexander Cummings album. Keep on the explode.
No. Okay.
My fellow Liberians, mothers in the markets, students in the back rows, farmers in the rice swamps, teachers in overcrowded classrooms, nurses in understaffed clinics, and workers across our 15 counties. Our nation stands at a decisive crossroads. 20 years after the end of our civil wars and 2 years into this administration, we are being told a story of recovery. President Boyka shows the nation that our country is in a better state than it was a year ago. I respect the president. He is my friend, and I know he loves Liberia. But as a Liberian who listens to the everyday cries of our people and walk our communities, I must ask the question that every struggling family is asking. Recovery for whom? Progress for
Hello, can you hear me?
Of course, I'm hearing you. I don't know whether you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, loud and clear. And we're sorry for the time. And my name is Munel Kishen. And my Facebook and YouTube name is the General. I'm not a military man, but it just when you think about a general, you think about speaking the truth. You're speaking about and getting mission accomplished. So there are a lot of things when it comes to that. So I just love myself. You see, the color project, but it's not about military. and this is the Independent Mind. So how are you today? What's your name again? And
Okay. My name is Sheku Koroma,
yes,
and I'm from Grand Juda County. Uh, I represent Top FM.
okay, that's good. And I just wanted my people to know who you are. I've been talking to you, and I'm happy I'm on your station. So we are live on radio right now.
Yeah, we're live. We're live on the radio.
Okay, so this program will come on every Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and
The
Sunday.
program is Saturday and Sunday,
Okay.
10 o'clock to 11:30.
Okay, that's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Munel Kishan. If you're listening to us, and I just want to make the disclaimer that this station has nothing to do with this show. So, whatever I say here is on me and it's on this program, and this is an independent mind. You can be a member of CDC, you can be a member of UP, but you have an independent mind to speak the truth and to speak to your people because we've been around for long and we notice that our country is not going the way it's supposed to go. And everybody doing their own thing. The country is divided. Some people feel that when you're from and this county, you cannot go to the other county. But anyway, for the way I'm from Maryland County, I was born in Jiritabo, and my mother's from Rocktown. She's a Bidel, and I grew up in Harper, right on Green Street, and I still got relatives there. So don't mind and say, "Oh, the man in America." Yes, I in America, but Liberia is all what I have, and I'm in Liberia all the time. So it's like there's nothing I've missed. Sometimes I go to Liberia, I will spend 2, 3 months, 3 months, and 4 months, and come back. So Liberia is our problem. If you are happy, we are happy. If you are not happy, we are not happy. But today we're not going to take too long because it's the first day, and I thought it was 11 o'clock. But I want to say thanks again to the station for allowing us. So this program is your program. I would need people from Grand Gita and other people who want to be part of this program can join me. I'm looking for people. I'm looking for young talents that will help us, that will send the message. Yes, I am an Alex Cummings supporter. I know you heard that name before, Alex Cummings. Well, don't worry. Some people say, "Oh, we are all George. We are supporters. We in this place. We love George." Yes, I myself love George. We are. But when it comes to Liberia, we put Liberia first. So I let us start my day like this and ask my brother and the face of this wonderful station, how is Grand Gita doing?
Grand Juda is a very good area to live. I mean, originally I came from Grand Cape County, and I based in Grand Juda. I reside here. I have my kids, my wife. We are all wonderful people, and a lot of other people from different sections of the country, even outside the country, are all living in Grand Juda. Grand Judeans are the kind of hospitable people who love strangers, despite they love you. You should also be able to show that kind of love. There are boundaries that you will not cross, and it happens everywhere. So once you cross these kind of boundaries, people feel like, I mean, but look, the place is good for business. The place is so wonderful. Unlike before, you wouldn't see people moving in even 2 o'clock in the night. Right now, you see people 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night. Clubs are opening up to those times I'm talking about. Um, Little investment going on. We only need the biggest one that will allow a lot of people who have had, their education back then to have jobs to do, because if you went to school, you graduate, you got your degree, and you don't have a job to do, obviously, it's not a good thing. So there are a lot of people who are sitting right now waiting for Putu to get reopened. Uh, they want other companies to come in to be able to open jobs opportunity for them. Um, when it comes to agriculture, it's being practiced, but not on the wild scales. And so sometimes people even go in other countries and buy oil, bring it.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. Pepper people buy from out the bring it. It's crazy because what I think is a lot of people from Grand Juda County has this standard of family in the U.S. And when more ends, People have to send their family people $50, $60, $70, $100 for food. People are here, but they take their food from the US, those parboiled rice and stuff. They got a place where you have to go and get the Nova food and all those kinds of items from there. So I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people got so lazy and they don't want to work. So people
Yeah,
go out.
yeah.
Pep.
I agree. I agree.
When it comes to the rural condition, prior to now, the rural has been a very serious, challenging time about things to grant to the county and other southeastern counties. But right now, thank God, you can leave from Zwedru 7 o'clock and be in Morovia 2 o'clock. 7 a.m. You can be in Morovia 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I remember sometimes back, I rode a motorbike from here to Ganta. I left from here 7:30 and I was in Ganta at 10:30. And I bought a vehicle. I was already in Morovia somewhere around, 2:30 or so. So when it comes to a lot of things that make Grand Juda to be a little bit backward. Yeah. One of the challenges we have in the county right now is the issue of leadership, and I can tell anybody. Um, there's this crisis where leaders, you know, one way or the other, apparently from calls from citizens, are not reciprocating, in the right way. Sometimes you have to inform the public before using their money, but few set of people sit down, decide on the fate of the county and go about doing it. They don't tell anybody. After a few months, then you get to know that, oh, this thing happened. It's already been done. So what would they do? So, when it comes to that, it's a very big challenge. And the government need to put their feet down, in making sure that our brothers and sisters who have this challenge issue with their mind psychologically, that we refer to them as Zogo and things, there's a need to have this kind of rehabilitation centers, and if they've been rehabilitated, they find an opportunity to give them job that they will be able to sustain themselves. Other than that, even if you rehabilitate those people, they'll still go back to where they came from because they need money to take care of family. They need other things. So when they think and the frustration getting so crazy. So this is not just about the government. This is also about people who trying to come into power, that feel that there's a need to do the best or to do the best for them. There's a need to do that. So like I know you from the Alice Cummings side of it. You also be telling him and whosoever that will be a sponsor to his dream of becoming president for this country. The fact that he came from the southeast, not just to focus his mind on the southeast to forget about other people, but at least some part of percentage should be focused on the southeast, not just to do the talking, but send people on the ground, know some of the problems people have been faced with, and see how best they can, you know, if I know they can do even 20%, because the financial strength is not there. When they get into government, they will be able to maneuver and get all of the necessary contacts and do what they can do up to 60, 70%. But at this particular point, even if that 1 or 2% that they will be able to contribute towards counties, let people see the venture that, look, if we get these people there tomorrow, they're going to do their best. But the Southeast is fine. Granted, there is a place to be. That I can tell you for sure.
Yeah, thank you very much. And the Southeast, it was part of us. I remember my last time going in the Southeast when they celebrated Doe birthday, and I was in Liberia, and then that's when I actually went there. But they had it in Maryland. I can still remember they had it in Maryland. But for those of you who are listening to us, today is the first day. I want this program to be for the people, and I want you to remember this: you owe no one loyalty. You owe your county loyalty, not the individual. And also, you must learn to ask the question, what will you do? What have you done? How you will create jobs. Yes, we said in America, we send money to Liberia every day. But yet and still, I know the people send money to you from like America. But I bet you that I've seen people when they come to your county now and say, I'm home and I think I want to participate. to see because things are not going, you turn against them because, oh, you're not from here. When you send your child out of Grand Jita to go to school, when that child go and learn and come back to Grand Jita, you should embrace that child. It's just like you sending your child out of Liberia. When the child come back, embrace the child. Don't tell the child they are foreigner or nobody know them. We need to ask the question, what will you do? That is why we continue to put the wrong people in place. Then we should blame ourselves. They have a work to do. The government should do this, and we should do this. So, what is our role? Some people say when you go to Grand Jide, nobody can win President Weah. You go to Lufa Kante, nobody can win President Boaka. You go to Nima Kante, nobody could win Prince Johnson. That is wrong. We need to put our country first. I can be from Maryland. I can go and live in Grand Jide. I can go to River G. I can go to Sano, River Cess. As a Liberian, I has the right to live anywhere in Liberia. We need to put the tribal business aside. We need to put county. We put Liberia first. That is why I will continue to stand with Alexander Cummings, whether we make him president or not, because his agenda is what I'm looking at. He don't insult anyone. He don't just criticize. He gives suggestion. But and when you ask, everybody said, yeah, they can make the difference. But what the but coming from? He's not in UP. He's not in CDC. But if you're in the opposition, we can rally. We can make Liberia a better place. We can go right back. Just yesterday, we heard that Prophet Key was sentenced for 6 months. But that is not the Liberia we knew yesterday. That even if our older brother they whip us, we can't go home and tell the Oman. Because the Oman said would call our boy to whip us again. Even if we vex with our older people, we can say in our heart, we can say it publicly. But today, when you look on the social media, people cussing man cuss. Even government officials do the same thing. We can give the message without cussing. We can disagree to agree. But by the time you start cussing, you spoil the whole message right there. That's not Liberia. Yes, freedom of speech, including cussing. But again, you can't tarnish somebody's repetition and say the men are rogue and you get proof. And when you can't prove it now, that's it. We're not just happy. But I got this response from Mr. Cummings right after the president spoke. People were not happy with the speech, and Mr. Cummings spoke. And how many minutes we got left there? So I just want to know something. Sure. What time is it now?
Oh, okay. Presently here the time is 11:32.
11:32. Okay. What I want to do, you think you can open your phone line for today and tomorrow we'll start early? I just want to hear from the people of
Unfortunately, we have
Greenwich.
the next program coming up.
Eh? The next
Unfortunately,
program.
we have the
Yeah.
next program coming up. We actually got late today.
Okay. So when the next program coming up now? Anytime from now.
Yeah, 11:30 should be the next program, and that will
And
be
what time
ending
is it? What time is it there?
already 11:32.
Okay. Okay, guys, those of you who are listening, this is the first day. But tomorrow we will be on the exact time. We want you to participate. You are free to ask any question about Mr. Cummings. You are free. But I want to say this again. I'm sorry for being late, and but we will try our best. And I want to say thanks to the station. And my brother, you're doing good work. You're using the media to educate your people, and you are open to them. And I appreciate you highly. I know what it means. You're not making money in this thing yet because we got a station in Monrovia. We can't even make money before I talk about you making money in Grand Chile. Because we got plenty in Monrovia, the Kia Radio and in Liberia. But also again, I will be on the Kia Radio, but you can follow me and you can just also talk about our show whenever it's coming up. So I say thank you very much.
Definitely, we'll
And for
have a
those of
special
you,
promo
yeah,
as well for just send me some of the flyers so that we can
yeah,
be able to on our
I will
pages
I
and
will
let
do
people
that.
know that
And
even
sorry I never joined you yesterday because I was well, Saturday and Friday is one of my busy day. That's why I
okay,
say I push this one for this time. Well, I
no
thank
problem.
you again and have a good day, my
Thank
brother.
you, General, the captain
Okay.
here.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Yeah.
All right, folks, that's all the time we
Okay.
have with you here this time. My name is Sheku Koroma, and we'd like to say us. And
Okay, guys, that was I was on the station in Grange that we had a time and mix up, and I thought he was saying 11 o'clock, but then it should have been 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock to 11:30, Saturday and Sunday, live on radio, and that station goes all the way to Maryland and all the way to River G and cover part of Southern, and even little bit debates on the time and Grand and San Petro, I think San Petro, yes, or Taboo, one of them. So I want to say thank you again for your time. But today I will be live on the Kia Radio, and this evening in Liberia, which will be 10 to 12 o'clock tonight. And follow us. And right now I'm live on YouTube, not on Facebook. I forgot to send a destination. I'm using a new software. I'm not using StreamYard that I can go back and do the editing. But I want to say thank you very much, guys. Let's have a good day. Let me just end this response again from Mr. Alex Cummings.
My fellow Liberians, mothers in the markets, students in the back rows, farmers in the rice swamps, teachers in overcrowded classrooms, nurses in understaffed clinics, and workers across our 15 counties. Our nation stands at a decisive crossroads. 20 years after the end of our civil wars and 2 years into this administration, we are being told a story of recovery. President Boyka assures the nation that our country is in a better state than it was a year ago. I respect the president. He is my friend, and I know he loves Liberia. But as a Liberian who listens to the everyday cries of our people and walk our communities, I must ask the question that every struggling family is asking. Recovery for whom? Progress for who? Results where? Today, I will not only critique the government, but I will offer a people-focused and people-centered set of alternatives to the challenges facing our country. The president yesterday quoted economic growth and lower inflation. But let's be clear, macroeconomic stability is not the same as microeconomic survival. The Global Hunger Index places Liberia near the bottom of the world. 112 out of 123 countries. This is not just its statistic. It means 2 in every 5 Liberians do not eat sufficiently. 2 in every 5 Liberians do not eat sufficiently. It means our children's futures are being cut short by stunted growth. As people say in the streets, that rose will eat. You cannot cook coal tar, and you cannot feed a child a blueprint. The state of our nation must be measured by the fullness of the stomach, the safety of our communities, and the dignity of work. The president proudly announced a US $1.2 billion budget the highest in our history. But a budget is not just a planning document. More importantly, it is a moral document. It tells us who and what truly matters to the government. While the government celebrates these numbers, Liberia remains the ninth poorest nation on earth. The ninth poorest nation on earth. Over 2.5 million of our brothers and sisters cannot meet their basic needs. And in rural Liberia, the poverty rate is a staggering 80%. Where is the proof that this record budget is improving lives? While public hospitals lack gloves and schools lack chalk, the legislature's budget has increased to over 51 million United States dollars. And the National Security Agency's budget has ballooned by 50% to 22 million United States dollars. We are supposed to receive windfalls, including the 200 million Aslam Mittal signature bonus. Yet, these resources are being absorbed into a bloated budget to fund the luxury lifestyles of the political class. Here's the people's alternative to the budget. First, cap wasteful spending. We must cap the budget of the legislature and the executive. We must cap the budget of the legislature and the executive, ending the era of big cars, extravagant travel, amongst many other wasteful spending. We must fund the front line, shift resources to health, to education, and the security personnel, the police, the military, who actually keep us safe. Transparency. We need county-level reporting of the budget. If a budget cannot be explained to a market woman, it was not written for her. Next, farmers. Farmers must be first. Agriculture as the engine. The president calls agriculture the heart of the arrest agenda. But you cannot claim agriculture is the heart while you slash its funding. Here's the people's alternative for our farmers. We must meet the international commitment to allocate 10% of our national budget to agriculture. Processing, not just planting. We must use windfalls to build processing plants, rice milling, cassava processing, and fisheries cold storage, so farmers move from hand to mouth to business for profit. Farmers move from hand to mouth to business for profit. Feeder roads. These are the economic lifelines that connect farms to markets. Without them, harvest simply rots in the fields, and we need to invest significantly more in farm to market roads. Next, business and women, dignity and protection. Our Liberian women own 55% of small businesses, yet they are shut out of the banks and ignored by the system. But their struggle is not just economic. It is a struggle for safety and for dignity. Here's the people alternative for women. We need a national micro-loan scheme. We propose a dedicated credit and guarantee scheme specifically for market women and small Liberian businesses. Justice for women and girls. We cannot talk about women's first while the scourge of rape and sexual abuse haunts our communities. We must strengthen the judiciary to ensure that sexual and gender-based violent cases are prosecuted with urgency. A nation that cannot protect its daughters cannot claim to be recovering. When our women and girls are safe and prosperous, Liberia grows from the bottom up. Youth first, from hustle to careers. From hustle to careers. A temporary job is not a future. Our youth are not lazy. They are blocked by lack of opportunity. Blocked by lack of opportunity. Here's the people alternative for our youth. A national youth service program, engaging graduates as assistant teachers, healthcare workers, other professions, among many, many others, providing them with a salary, training, and a sense of purpose. We need a skills revolution. We need to expand TVET and apprenticeships county by county so our young people have the technical skills to build our infrastructure. Decentralization, bringing government to the people. I strongly support decentralization, but passing a law is not enough. Real decentralization means counties can plan and develop without begging Monrovia for every cent. Here's the people's alternative on decentralization. Devolve money. Decentralize money, not just titles. Counties must have predictable and audited development financing. We must strengthen county service centers. Basic services, permits, documents, deeds, licenses must be available in every county hub so that citizens do not have to spend their last savings traveling to Monrovia. Local governance. We must empower local leaders to prioritize their own feeder roads, their own schools and clinics, ensuring that the government is felt in villages and not just on Capitol Hill. Energy and infrastructure, powering production. A nation cannot develop in darkness. Most Liberians still live without reliable electricity, and rural Liberia still remains, unfortunately, largely in the dark. Yes, the people's alternative on energy. We need mini grid and solars to be installed and implemented immediately. We cannot wait on the central grid. We must deploy community solar and off-grid solutions for clinics and schools immediately. Power for production. Energy must be prioritized for agro-processing and small manufacturing to create jobs and not just to light up homes, although lighting homes is also important. Corruption. Corruption must go beyond indictments to justice. The president cited 11 indictments, but 2 convictions in 2 years is not the anti-corruption revolution Liberia needs. Corruption is the reason that there is no medicine in clinics, no supply in schools, among many other dire consequences. Here's the people's alternative on accountability. We need special anti-corruption courts. We need specialized courts to end the delay tactics that allow impunity to survive. Asset recovery. Stolen public money must be recovered and reinvested into water systems, schools, roads, and other productive investments that benefit the Liberian people directly. No protected species. Integrity institutions must be fully autonomous, ensuring that no one is protected by friendship, by family, or by party affiliation. I've just shared a summary of some alternatives we propose, many challenges facing our country. But let me conclude as follows. The time for action is now. Fellow Liberians, the president ended his address by saying leadership is service. I agree. But leadership is also delivery. Leadership is also delivery. If the economy is growing, the people should feel it. People should feel it. If the government is working, hunger should be falling. Liberia has the land, the resources, and most importantly, Liberia has the talent. What we have lacked is discipline, competent, people-centered, and empathetic leadership that produces measurable results. This is what we offer. I see the resilience of the market woman who wakes up at 4 a.m. I see the brilliance of the student studying by candlelight. I see the farmer walking miles to a market road. You, among many others, represent the strength of Liberia. The people's alternative is not just a critique. It is a promise of integrity, competence, and a government that loves its people more than it loves itself. a government that loves its people more than it loves itself. The time for empty rhetoric is over. The time for action is now. The time for Liberia to rise is now. I thank you. God bless you, and God bless Liberia.
Okay, so that was Alex Cummings giving his response to the president sooner. I know some people will say, but why you're still talking about it? Yes, we got to talk about it. And I just want to tell you that he gave his alternative, he gave his suggestion. How many opposition leader you see do such? It's hard. Everybody criticize, but come up with nothing. So that is what they call the constructive criticism. So guys, I want to thank you for your time, and you can go on YouTube and watch it again. I've gone 56 minutes, and you can watch this program on YouTube. And I also just share with Facebook. And I'm sorry that I never share on Facebook to go live on Facebook this time around. So also the police director is saying that if you are found crossing the road without using the crosswalk, you will be fined $5 US. $5 US. How many crosswalk do we have in Liberia? And this is already in effect. And that is wrong, Gregory. That is wrong. IG, wrong. The first thing, you need to educate the people about the crosswalk. You need to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months talk about it on radio for their safety. Now, you're only talking about them crossing. If they don't, they will be fine. What about the drivers that reach to the crosswalk, don't stop or slow down or yield for pedestrian? What are you saying about them? So these are the things we need to start teaching, because I see most government cars do not yield or stop at a crosswalk. I was there, I saw it. They don't even stop at a traffic light. And all the fines that they have on the book is all US dollar. US dollar. The highest fine is 5,000 United States dollar if you have a fake registration. If you have a fake registration, it's 5,000 US dollar and or 1 year in jail or both. If you get a fake registration, if you don't have a driver's license and they catch you driving in Liberia, it's $500 US. How much for driver's license? If you overload, now they say they consider as reckless driving. What do you mean by overload? Because in Liberia, you get two sticks or planks on top of your car. They say it's overloading. In the developing world, in the developed world, even in the great United States, you can put whatever you want to put on your car and just start it. That is up to you. When it's for or not, it's on you. They don't charge you. Now, I believe what they just open, they open room for corruption, stealing. In fact, now the police got this thing where they want you to give the money to a third party. They say, get the money to that man there for me. And when they gave the money and did not satisfy, guess what they do? So, Liberians, be careful. You guys who love to bribe the police, now, if they know that you tried to give them something, you say, give it to my friend. And when you gave the money, they will arrest you that you tried to bribe them, and then you will bribe for the second time. Yes. I know somebody who will happen to. They found him and he thought he was trying to solve the fine. And they end up taking twice of what they asked, because they say, well, this is an evidence that you tried to bribe us. And they still took the bribe. So my advice to Gregory, How many Liberians can pay that fine in Liberia that you're talking about? The $500. Why will you fine someone $5 because they refuse to use the cross wall? They refuse to use the cross wall, so you chase them and arrest them for $5. This is not Banana Republic, man. It's not Banana Republic. Yeah. Okay. The guys will say jaywalking or whatsoever based on the place. But nobody can be waste their time be chasing people here. You need to educate the people and walk on cross. Go back to ELWA Junction. There's no sign around to the roundabout. The drivers don't know who to yield or stop. There's no sign. So these are the things you need to put in place. And also, finding people, I don't think is the police responsibility. What do you have in place that if you find someone, why would you want to jail a man or you jail him, then you find him again? Oh, Jesus. This thing that going on, listen, we want things to be right. But if we don't take our time, we'll cause serious problem. We'll cause serious problem. You don't pull over government cars. There are a lot of government cars in our country not registered. Don't even have insurance. But they drive in the street of Monrovia, Liberia. Some of them hitting people car, killing people, and nothing coming from out of it. But every time they pass a law, the law takes effect. No, you gotta wait, you gotta give it time because you got to educate your people when it comes to new laws. You got to put a billboard up. So, Mr. Director, that my advice to you. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but you need to educate the people. If you think you're responsible for the traffic and you want people to start to put the billboard up in all the communities and start to teach these people respect the crosswalk in single. How many crosswalk in single? How many crosswalk in single? By this time, nobody should be able to cross on single road. There should be bridges where people will walk and cross because that's a main road there. That's a main road. How many crosswalk? The drivers pay attention to crosswalk. Eh? I've seen citizens on crosswalk, the little fake crosswalk they got there, even right in front of the school, the UMU area, AMU, right on Cap Johnson Road. Nobody's stopping. I'm at the light, 72nd Junction. Nobody's stopping. Even the police, they don't stop at the light. And who told you police don't stop at the light? Unless they are rushing. So these are the things you need to look at, Mr. Como. Have a good day and God bless you all. I'll see you later on by 5 o'clock today. Thank you very much.